This is the ROG Xbox Ally X. And at $1,000, this Xbox designed handheld has one big question mark on it. Is it worth the upgrade? I'm Ed, that's Jason behind the camera, and we are at $1,000. This isn't an impulse buy. This thing is going up against consoles, gaming PCs, and other PC handhelds. So if things go wrong, this isn't a small mistake. It's an expensive one. But let's look at what it's like to live with this thing day to day. This thing isn't plug and play. After updating Windows, updating the Asus software, updating the Xbox full screen experience, and downloading your games, you're looking at about 2 to 3 hours before you can actually dive into the experience. This is supposed to be a PC handheld. By the time this thing finished updating, I aged a little bit, and Jason said he saw Windows Vista flash by. But in all seriousness, once this thing finished updating and we got it set up, we got to experience how it really performs. The game we spent the most time with was Expedition 33. Now, technically this is a AA game, but it pushes the system like a AAA game. We averaged around 49 frames per second, and it pushed the GPU to about 98% and pushed the CPU to 60%. The temperatures were about 66 degrees Celsius. Not the worst that we've seen, but it did push it a lot. So the battery life under real load was giving us about 2.5 hours. So if a AA game is pushing the system this hard, what is a AAA game gonna actually do to it? Performance is one thing, but stability is where this thing starts to just fall off a cliff. Waking this thing up from sleep and jumping right back into a game felt horrible. Now, Expedition 33 has these massive cinematic boss fights where parrying and dodging matters. We woke it up from sleep and found the next boss to fight. What happened is that the system would crash. And after it would crash, it would force us to have to restart the entire fight. I don't know about you guys, but if I just spent 15 minutes fighting a boss, parrying, dodging, doing everything I needed to do to survive, and the system crashed on me, you can honestly understand why I crashed out myself. However, I do want to make this clear. This is not an Asus problem. This is a Windows problem. We have seen this across the board on Windows handhelds. We even saw it when we were comparing the Lenovo Legion Go S Windows and SteamOS version. The Windows version had an issue where it would crash, but the SteamOS version, which was designed for gamers because of SteamOS, it did not. It was able to go to sleep, wake back up, and get right back into gaming. Here at the Tech Plugs, we don't think that these handhelds were designed to run actual operating systems for PCs. If you're gonna create something for gamers, create something for gamers. Have the native system be the gaming OS, and then give us a watered down version of Windows. Most gamers have their own dedicated PC. And for the ones that don't, they didn't buy this to get a PC, they bought this to play games. So this is a call to action to all of these companies. You're losing us. Give us what we want. We want a gaming handheld. Now, before we talk about hardware, let's talk about the Xbox full screen experience, because this is supposed to be a handheld experience. On paper, this was supposed to make Windows handhelds feel more console-like, but that wasn't the case. It doesn't feel like a gamer-first operating system like SteamOS. It feels like they took the Xbox application that goes on your regular PC, compressed it down, made it into a launcher, and just shoved it into the ROG Ally X. And you can feel that. It doesn't run as smooth. It feels really janky. And at $1,000, it shouldn't feel like that. Talking about feel, how does this thing feel in our hands? So this is where we gotta give it to them. It felt nice. It felt premium. Compared to the old one, this thing felt really good. It felt like they took an Xbox controller and stretched it and put a screen on it. Wait, hold on. Who else did that? PlayStation. It literally feels like they created their own Xbox portal. All right? The buttons feel real clicky. The joysticks felt really premium. The audio, to me, felt premium. However, Jason says that it sounds exactly the same as the old one. But again, he's played the old one. I didn't. So to me, coming from the Lenovo Legion Go S, which has the speakers on the top and the bottom, these forward-facing speakers felt very immersive. However, the joysticks don't have Hall effect or TMR, meaning that you're eventually gonna get drift. And at $1,000, I don't want to think about future maintenance. I want to be able to have what I have and be sure that it's gonna last me at least 5 years. Okay, it's a PC handheld. So the question is it dockable? Yes. Should it be? No. Docking this system doesn't give you more power, doesn't unlock anything. All it does is give you a huge monitor. Think about it like this. It's like getting a scooter and putting big old monster tires on it. It looks cool, but it's still a scooter. You didn't get more horsepower. You didn't get more torque. It's still a scooter. And that's what docking this felt like. It's awesome that you're able to use the system as a controller. You're able to see better. Remember that experience I was just telling you guys about with the Xbox full screen experience, how you have to like really squeeze in? Well, you plug this thing in, you dock it up, and you're able to see everything perfectly. But if that's the case, I'm just gonna buy an Xbox. If I want a computer, I'll spend an extra $500 and buy a pre-built, especially with the price of RAM right now. But if I want a gaming console, I'm just gonna buy an Xbox. So to me, docking is more of a gimmick than actually a use. Unless you're the individual that Jason told me about, that they use these handhelds for their entire system. Now, these kind of users usually connect an eGPU to the system to be able to actually get the most out of it. So they'll plug in a 5090, a 5080, just whatever graphics card they really need to run what they want to run. And after Jason showed me all this, I was amazed with the creativity that people have. It's amazing. And hopefully one day we can do something like that and show you guys that setup. Now, we gave the system to Jason for a week so that he can be able to push this to the max. And if anybody was going to break it, it was going to be him. He's going to run 6 games a day. He's going to do everything he can to try to overclock it and see, is this worth your hard-earned money? Jason said it's not. just keep it clear. He said it's not. He said it's not worth upgrading if you already have the ROG Ally or the ROG Ally X. It is literally like they slapped on a Z2 Extreme and just gave it to people and said, hey, here you go. Let's see what you think. Jason's prediction is that Asus is going to come out with something crazy next year. He's like, hey, man, I think that they're testing it. I think that they're giving us all of this stuff just to test it. They're trying to beat Lenovo to market, so they had to drop something with the Z2 Extreme. They gave us better buttons, better joysticks, kind of to see the market. See if this is the way that gamers want. Do gamers want the grips? Do gamers want all these better enhancements while still having that Z2 Extreme? And if it is something that they want, then we're going to move forward with that on our next iteration. And I believe, like Jason believes, that Asus may be coming out with a banger real soon. So this brings us to the question, is this worth it? Honestly, if you're an individual that is okay with Windows handhelds, you've experienced the crashing before, you know what you're getting into, I think that it's worth it for you. But as an individual coming from SteamOS, I don't like it. I don't think it's worth it for me, and I don't think it's worth it for an individual that this is their first handheld. Who is this for? Honestly, if you're okay with the constant window updates, if you're the type of person that wants to put an eGPU on it, and you like to tinker with every single piece of technology that you have, this might be for you, because you can download SteamOS, put it on there. You can do all the little things you need to make it actually perform the way you want it to perform. You can connect an eGPU to it and turn it into a beast of a PC. There are a lot of things you can do. I'm not that guy. I want to pick up my system and go. I already paid $1,000 for it. I want this thing to be able to do exactly what I want it to do, when I want it to do it, and not have to worry about what's next. As you guys can see, we already have computers. We already have PC handhelds. We have consoles. These PC handhelds are supposed to be our solution for playing on the go. We're that generation of Game Boys, PSPs, all these things that allowed us to play on the go. If you're that tinkerer type of guy like Jason, this is perfect. You get to do everything you want to it. But if you're that pick up and go type of person like me, this may not be for you. You may want to look into the Lenovo Legion Go S with SteamOS, not the Windows one, the one with SteamOS. We actually have a video on that Jason's going to put in the end screen so that you guys can watch it and see if that's something more your speed, because it was for me. Now, if this video helped, hit that like button. If you want more honest reviews on all the handhelds and technology that you're looking for, hit that subscribe button down below. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you're never missing out on one of our new videos. And also, use the comment section. Let us know. Did Asus hit it out the park with the ROG Xbox Ally X? Or did they play us and just give us a new skin for the previous ROG Ally X? I'm Ed. That's Jason behind the camera. And we are the Tech Plugs.
Yo, power up, it's time to connect. Lights flash, cameras on, system check, let's go. Edward and Jason keep the voltage flow. Tech talk, driven reviews that hit. No fluff, all facts, we really with it. From the phones to the screens, yeah, we dial right in. Got the gadgets that'll make your whole setup spin. Plug deep, charge up, it's about to begin. Stay locked, stay charged, stay plugged in. Tech Plugs.